everyone, I'm Nomad Nurse Z, and in today's video we'll be discussing TrustedHouseSitters.com. If you stick around to the end, I'll go ahead and give you a tour of this lovely house sit that I'm staying in right now, so stay tuned. Okay, so what is TrustedHouseSitters.com? Basically, it's an online platform that will pair up people that are looking for someone to watch their home or their pet while they're away, and it matches them up with someone that is willing to do the work. Now, when I say match, I don't mean like some kind of dating website or anything like that. It's more like Airbnb, where the things that are required are going to be listed, and then the sitter is going to look that up and see if it works for them. So that's the type of setup that currently is how it's displayed right now. And is it a free vacation? No, it's not a free vacation. You do have to have some kind of exchange of service in order to have the free accommodation. A lot of times what that looks like is just taking care of their home and their pets while they're away. I have seen a couple of interesting house sits where they've just wanted you to drive their car because they're gonna be away, and it's a really nice car. So there's some unusual requests there, but still, you do see what kind of responsibilities would be required before you would apply. And yes, you do apply. It's similar to how like a job application would work. So imagine Airbnb, and then imagine just an apply button at the end. So that's how it works. Once you apply, you show your interest, that you're interested in house sitting. The host would then look at your profile, where you would have, pictures of you, your experience, things that you would or wouldn't want in a house sit, things that, are off limits to you or whatever. So after the host views your profile, if they think it's a good match from their end, they'll go ahead usually and schedule like an interview time to talk to you, and before giving you the house sit. So is this service free to use? No, it's not free to use. Yes, there are things like Facebook groups and Craigslist, but you really don't know what you're getting into. And so for this service, it costs $129 per year to use, which might sound scary at first, but it's really not if you think about it, because if you were to stay at like an Airbnb, you could easily spend $129 in a couple of nights, or maybe a week if you're staying somewhere cheap. But the great thing about this is that it's unlimited. So there is no stipulation on how many times you could do the house sit. It's not like for 10 house sits a year, only costs $129. No, nothing like that. You could literally do 365 house sits in a year every day, and no one would say anything. It's unlimited. It's also unlimited on like the duration. So it's basically up to the host what the duration would be, because again, like they need somebody to help them out. So they're going to be listing what help they need and when they need it. So most of the times for the sits, I've seen them be 1 to 2 weeks. Those are the most common. But after that, I would see months, couple of months, and then there's only been only a handful really that I've seen where it's been like a year. And those are often the places where it's like their holiday home. They have multiple homes. So like, if that kind of gives you an idea of what kind of place you would be staying at, then there you go. But like I said, most of these places, they are their forever homes, they're retirees. So just keep that in mind. So what are some pros for using this service? Well, besides the free accommodation in exchange for service, you can also have networking. I mean, if you think about it, these are the people that are probably traveling in order, maybe to help their family, maybe to work, or, maybe just for fun. But either way, they're going somewhere outside of their home. So when you think about that and then you think about how you're traveling there, I'm gonna also go out on a limb here and say that you like traveling too, or at least are interested in it. So when you match that up together, there's probably gonna be a shared interest in traveling. So I think that that's actually maybe an unintended pro for using this site, because you can maybe connect to people that are interested in doing similar things. Another pro that I would have to say is that I think your cell phone costs and your food costs go down when you're actually doing this service. Probably thinking like, what? Like, how does it go down? Like, I'm staying somewhere that I'm not used to staying. Like, whenever I travel, I always spend a lot of money. True, good point. But I will say that because you're traveling to another home, you typically have all of the appliances. You've got a fridge, you've got pots and pans, you've got things that you typically have when you're in your own home. So I think that is actually going to make you more interested and more prone to going out and doing grocery shopping while you're here. So when you look at it like that, you're actually spending less money on things like takeout, fast food, or restaurant costs. So why would you pay somebody to cook you food when you can just do that for yourself at the trusted house sitter house sit? I don't know, just asking. So another pro that I mentioned was reduced cell phone bill. And no, nobody's paying your cell phone bill when you're doing this. That is not part of the setup. But the reason why I say that is because a lot of people nowadays have a smartphone and they connect to the internet. So when you're traveling, think about it, you're probably going to be using a lot more data than you normally would at home, because when you're at home, you usually can just connect to the Wi-Fi, right? So while you're traveling to this house sit, a lot of houses nowadays have their own Wi-Fi. So you can connect to their Wi-Fi while you're here. So that really helps, because unlike if you're traveling and you need to connect to the internet for some reason, maybe you would go into a cafe and use their Wi-Fi, but a lot of those times you need to, buy something in order to stay there. So I say that just to give you kind of an overall idea that there are additional benefits besides free accommodation that can really help you when traveling. So you said around the world. Exactly where are these house sits? So they're all over, but the majority of the ones that I've found have been in the United States and the United Kingdom. There are still house sits around the world. Some recent ones that I've seen are South Africa, Switzerland, Tokyo. They're all over. But just to give you a heads up, in case maybe you're looking for more specific type of area in the globe, the US and the UK are going to be the two main contenders. So what are some cons for using this site? Well, there aren't very many, but just to list a few that I can try to think of. I have to think of hard, but I would say the number one con would be lack of flexibility when it comes to the dates. Now, this really isn't a con for me because I have a very flexible schedule. I work remotely, so I can pretty much be anywhere at any time. But for those people that maybe have a full-time job, maybe they have kids, maybe they have other responsibilities, and maybe they can't really adapt to a flexible schedule, this might be a con for you. Now, 9 times out of 10, yes, they will have exact dates that they're looking for, but like I said, every now and then there will be someone who has more flexible dates. Again, that's just something that you're gonna have to think about, what needs you have, what kind of flexibility you have before getting into this service. Another con that I will list is really just situational right now, but it's definitely COVID. I definitely think there are a ton of house sits right now just with COVID and everything. This service has not decreased. I still see new house sits every single day, at least maybe 6 new ones a day. So that's pretty amazing considering that most of the world is staying home right now. But the reason why I will list this as a con is just because I feel like there would typically be even more options to do house sits than I have right now. So for me, I can really just do house sits in the United States because that's where I'm based out of. But I really it kills me to see the house sits that are listed in Thailand and Canada and Mexico, because it makes me so jealous I can't travel there. So I will just say, just to keep the whole COVID thing in mind, if you're watching this in 2020, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe if you're watching this 10 years from now, maybe you have no idea what I'm saying, but keep that in mind that, you know, for your area, if you have any type of restrictions that you need to abide by, please keep that in mind before getting into this. So, would I recommend Trusted House Sitters? Yes, I would recommend it. I'm, like I said, on my first house sit right now and have absolutely loved it. This place is spotless, which you'll see in just a few minutes coming up. I'll link it at the end of this video. The communication between me and the host have been amazing. I didn't actually get to meet her in person because of COVID restrictions. We just did a FaceTime the night before I left. So that was really nice because she walked me through the whole house, showed me where everything was, and right now we're just texting like just once or twice a day, and it's so easy to do, and I just love that I can have this change of scenery when I'm working. So I'm very appreciative of this opportunity. So if you're interested in getting started with this service, I've gone ahead and listed a 25% off referral code down below. So just full disclaimer, I do get 2 months free on the website if you use my referral code. Every member has their own referral code, so when you sign up, you can use your own referral code. This video is not sponsored whatsoever. I generally like Trusted House Sitters. I just wanted to put this information out there to help somebody else, because I know that when I was looking up this website, YouTube was the first place I came to. So again, feel free to use 25% off code down below at no cost to you. All right, here's the video.
Okay, so if anyone's curious, this is what a house sit looks like. We've got an office space with a nice window to bring in natural light. And the reason why I'm just showing this kind of stuff is because a lot of people think house sits maybe aren't nice, but I'm showing the contrary. This is my room that I'm staying in, which is just a guest room. This is a really nice window, but I've shut it because it's a cul-de-sac and there's a lot of people out. This is my guest bathroom, a lot of natural light, and we have on the main floor the kitchen, of course, over here to the right. Brings in a lot of natural light. Nice refrigerator, appliances. Everything was left this way. I only arrived last night, and this is the condition it was left in. Basically, it's like an Airbnb where they've just left a couple instructions out over there, and really, I mean, I should be paying them to stay here. Beautiful kitchen table. I left this placemat out where I was eating. We have the living room here, and just wow, again, with this natural light. We have a screened-in deck here, which is very nice to keep the mozzies away. And they have all these like fairy lights too. So at nighttime it's really nice. Got a fan in case it's hot. Got some outlets in case you want to work out here, which I will be doing this coming week. And it overlooks a cute little pond, which is nice. And then we've got a door here to the deck if you want to be out directly in the sun. pond overlooking, and little area if you want to eat outside or grill. And cute little pictures and succulents keep me company. This house sit, this lady is really into quilting, so she has a lot of these beautiful quilts hung up. Beautiful artwork. We've got her area here, which I've stayed out of. I'm assuming there's a bathroom just for privacy. I don't like to go into people's personal areas. But she said I could if I needed to. And so we've got the basement, and she's marked like a sign on doors where it says like no cats. I'm watching 2 cats. So I just kind of keep those closed. We've got a basement bathroom where the kitty litter's at, and I've already done my chores for the day for the cats, where I've just scooped their litter, and she just keeps everything really nice and tidy, putting bags into a different container. And she's like, don't even worry about changing out the litter or anything, like just scoop it every day. I'm like, I could live with that. This is her sewing room, which is like, oh my gosh, amazing that she has like this ability to just have her own workspace. And again, beautiful window overlooking the pond. I mean, this is like goals right here for when I'm older. She's got some like family photos over here, so I'm gonna just like put the camera down for a second. I want to respect her privacy. Again, beautiful quilt. This is the basement living room overlooking the pond. Some cat things. We've got a TV and everything. And then we've got downstairs kind of deck area. So I just wanted to stay a little quiet because she does live in a condo community. This is actually a condo that I'm staying in. So again, the family photos are up there. So I'm gonna put the camera down for her privacy. So yeah, I just wanted to be quiet while I was out there. And then we also have an upstairs, which is nice. So I'll go show you that and just avoid family photos if I can. This is a beautiful piece here. We have the laundry room where I go in and out of. So the garage is there, and I have full use of everything pretty much. Another beautiful quilt, which is lovely. And this is just the setup. I just have to empty out, clean new water, put some new dry food and a new can of cat food, and I'm done, besides scooping the poop. So it's literally the easiest house sit ever. Again, we have the upstairs, which I'll go up and show you, although there's not very much up here. It's not really living area. But there is a second guest bedroom that she did offer if I wanted to stay in. So just beautiful little couch. Again, some beautiful natural light coming in, overlooking the deck that we were at. Another beautiful quilt. How many times am I going to say that this video? I think I should probably take a count. And then we've got a guest bathroom again upstairs. And another kind of like non-guest bedroom like right now. But I'm showing it because it has like all this beautiful natural light coming in through these skylights. And I mean, there's no lights on in this room. It's completely just natural light, and it's so bright. So anyway, just showing the options around the house. And let me go see if I can record outside just a little bit, but again, I just want to respect her privacy. Looks like there's a neighbor out there, so I won't go out. But again, just absolutely beautiful. This is not, I'm not slumming it whatsoever. I mean, this is just absolutely amazing, and I'm lucky to stay here, and I should be paying. But luckily, through this program, I get to have it completely free. So anyway, just wanted to show you some of the rooms around the house sit, and thanks for watching.